Itaranatakewa Simarorononoa Kira marunoya yayuroro nolononoya nanai neniria yananaya sinamanononokoya yakaretaya manononoya siri ankarataya kororo Elementi nanaya mananononoya siya yaka attere ma yoyo tarandiri yasina mokokore re re ne ni 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 Taya makato toro rondo ya nananamalia suro rondo ya nataki ya yaku. Welcome to this light language transmission today. I am being shown a lot of spirals and beings moving in those spirals. I don't know if you... Why do I want to say manifest? I hear some of you manifest in spirals or use spirals to elevate or to raise their frequency or do something. Their light work. I see the makuture nalin. Maybe you have dreams about falling into what looks like a tunnel and then moving in this tunnel, which I call spirals because they look like light spirals, and it feels like I'm spiraling down or up or left or right in those light tunnels. It feels like, and it's so fast, it's like being in the waves, in the water, when you're in, you know, a very in a sea that is moving. Wow, someone's got pain in their head. Maybe there's something happening in the crown chakra also. It's only on my left side, so, and only on the side, not at the top, so only, it feels like it's right behind the eye, between the ear and the eye. And I do have Syrian energy around me today, which is very strong, but there are other energies as well. They come in teams and in groups. There's a thunderstorm right now outside, so I hope I'll be able to do this transmission. Maybe this thunderstorm has something to do also, or with it, what feels like your soul path, your soul mission, and there's things that suddenly happen, and also things that suddenly do not work any longer, or you just, you know, crazy things that are not usual. Like, I'm even getting someone not recognizing their own name any longer for just a day, and then being reminded. It's like, and they're showing me how human beings, I'm feeling a bit cold suddenly. It feels like some of us are being disconnected, and while we are being disconnected, we are traveling through those tunnels or those spirals or whatever these light roads are, and I'm feeling that what is happening is a restructuring in the brain, or a restructuring in our cell. I hear something with cellular structure. So there's a restructuring, something like this happening. And you could you could know that this is happening to you because crazy stuff happens to you at this time. So it could be you not remembering something that you have always remembered, or, and I also hear timeout. It's like having a timeout, or being forced into a timeout, or suddenly an email that you have always used is not being recognized any longer, or you cannot use it for 24 hours and then it pops back in, or you do come back and you just change one little thing and then it works again. There's something also about, I don't know if it's artificial intelligence or just media, or you know, computers and phones, something, it feels very electronic. So there's, I don't know, it might have to do with I'm hearing something like making friends with technologies, or because I can see someone shaking hands with what looks like a robot. I don't know if you have started using you know, a certain platform, or you have started selling something. I'm also hearing there's something new that you might always, you have tried to not do it or not work on it. And my left eye, it's like my left eye is hurting, only the left. There's something has changed or is different, and there has been a disconnect in between, or you might have wondered why this happened, and you might have just told yourself this is because, you know, sometimes we're supposed to have a break, or supposed to not do a certain thing in a certain time, and this is why the universe sends us a pause, or you know, a forced pause, something. I'm also seeing someone working in their garden, but with a huge truck or a huge no, I'm seeing a huge what are these machines called? I can see how this machine digs huge holes or reshapes the garden. I don't know if you're making a terrace out of your garden, or there's work in the garden I see happening. There's a restructuring happening not only inside of you but also around you. So it could also be your neighbors, or you know, where in your office, or and it's like a mirror of something that is happening inside of you as well. And you could even, because you are very connected, some of you are so connected, you do relax before this happens, because you're so in tune with what will happen, and you know that this might have an effect on your body, so you are being called to rest before the restructuring happens. And this could make you, it's like it's triggering some, not anxieties, but it could just trigger a little bit of fear, of old fear that could surface. This is why you already got the message to rest, or to let something be and not work, or not work with people. There's like, you are on your own while this happens, or it feels like you will be put aside. So it can happen. For some of you it happens at night, so you might dream something specific. Okay, there's, for some of you, there's beings coming to you. They are sitting on your bed, or they are very near to your headspace at night. And it's as if they were whispering words of wisdom into your ears, or you communicate with them. I'm seeing especially a Pleiadian being, or what I would call a Pleiadian being, a very loving light. There's blue colors, and I see white hair, very long silky white hair, but the head looks round shaped. I'm not sure. It is a being that your soul knows, so maybe this is a specific information for some of you. There's a being that you know, or you have known, or you have worked together on other planets and in other universes, and the disconnect somehow had to happen, so the connection is back, or is being able to be made again. So there's some changes happening here, what I feel, but good changes, and things that might surprise you. They could first be surprises that don't feel like a good surprise. It might feel like an annoyance or something that, you know, if something doesn't work anymore. But it's the behind the scenes which is it is something very powerful and very positive and very needed. And it is also amplifying your love, your capacity to love. Very interesting. I don't know if it gives you more patience in a certain field, or it gives you more, I hear power of love, more love power somehow, more understanding, because you're getting words of wisdom. And with words, I understand codes. It's not really words. You could only see a being or feel something, or feel shivers, or, you know, just wake up suddenly at night and then fall back asleep, and the next day you are not sure if you have woken up or not, or there's, it's like a travel between worlds which is happening right now. And sometimes the disconnect is visible or felt in the 3D world, in the, you know, on Earth. I see your fingers again. Yes, I see from the fingers there are very different colors. There are very long light beams going out of the fingers, and it looks quite funny because I see several human-like beings having those colored rays that come out of their fingers, but they might be invisible to the human that has them. And I'm seeing if you're working with cards, or you're working with, I don't know, you do something with your hands, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a creation. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be something you write. Or something like, you know, if you read cards and you use cards, or you are selling crystals, or you are, I'm seeing someone stroking instruments. So maybe you're using instruments or creating instruments. There's also an energy, something with instruments. Maybe you learn a new one, or you find a new instrument that hasn't been used for a very, very long time. And now the pain is moving from between the ear and the eye down to the nose part. Like there's something that is shifting inside of you, and it is changing the structure. And it might hurt a bit, or it might be uncomfortable a little. Your work is changing, so and I wish to say amplifying, because it's changing. You might do exactly the same thing, but it has more power. You know, you might use the same prayers, the same techniques, but there's new things coming into it. You might not even see it, but it is being felt. So your clients or the friends you have or your family or people around you will feel the frequency or the change in your aura, and I also hear electric field. Iminore telia mokund eremt eremororo tonara silui mokund gra arenti. Someone is using huge cords to swing. It's like, isn't this part of some fitness? You know, when you have two ropes, very long, heavy ropes that are fixed somewhere on the floor, at the end of the room, and I can see someone moving those two heavy ropes. Maybe this is part of an exercise, a fitness exercise, and there's more grains in your grains or seeds in your nourishment needed, or you have changed your eating habits somehow to, I don't know if it's more protein or more, there's more, I see more grains and seeds, and I'm getting Incas as well, Inca energy, and Mexico and the sun, very strong. And I'm also hearing a sun calendar or something according to the sun. Something, I don't know, is linked to the sun rhythm or the sun or the color of the sun. I'm not sure. They are also showing me very, very deep down in the ocean, the part that is not visible because there's no light there and it is very dark, but they're showing me this part illuminated and full of beings, and I hear creation. So there's invisible parts of the earth that are becoming visible, or they're getting illuminated, or we suddenly see something we haven't seen for aeons, or aeons, I hear aeons, a very, very long time. They are also showing me the glaciers and ice swimming, like those ice blocks. There's more the connect. You are much faster to understand the connection of everything I hear. It's as if you have been connected, because I'm seeing someone's, what looks like the brain is being connected to what feels like consciousness of humanity, and I'm seeing also animals, their consciousness being connected to the whole consciousness of all animals of this species or this type of animal. I'm seeing connections, which it looks a bit like the brain can somehow come out of the head and move up in a very thin line and be connected to a global consciousness. And I hear the greater consciousness, something like that. So you must be able to tap into the consciousness of a certain type of animal or of humanity, or of, there's like, I hear global, and I also hear mass awakening. So you are part of the mass awakening, or you contribute to people waking up, people realizing things, people being able to connect the dots, understand why certain things happen, and you might even be part of those who work on the restructuring of the cells in the bodies. And I hear technical, there's something with technical happening. I also hear mass evolution. There's a huge shift or a huge change. You might have these fingers with these light rays coming out of them. You might always have known that you have power in your hands, or there's something special about your hands. People wish to see them or touch them or be touched by you. Or it could also be animals or plants, or whatever you touch gets a new, I don't know, it's like a new energy, or is recharged, or and I'm also seeing this, I just saw this picture of this film. I think it was a horror movie or something. I was just seeing this being that had claws as hands. Maybe you're scared of your power, or there's fear about using your power, or there's fear of you internally. You know that you can heal others, or you can change what's happening, and because of the fear you do not trust it, and this is what doesn't make it happen. This is what blocks it, the trust that is missing, and this is why you're getting help. And the help you're getting, this is interesting because they're showing me you might have something happening to you in the real life, and then you might ask for help, and the help that is given to you, like you are getting help, but the help is not really helping. I hope this makes sense. It's like, for example, you have an email that just doesn't work anymore, or you cannot reach yourself on this, you cannot use it any longer, or if people use it, you cannot get the emails, something like this. And then you ask a professional and they give you an answer to recreate a new email address, but you want the older one, and they say Yes, but create a new one. And you stay firm. There's something about you staying firm and finding your own solution and knowing that you can bring this back. It's like the disconnection, the restructuring that is happening. Like they wish you to know that if something like this happens, you're being tested, or it's like trust yourself, or stay focused and change it yourself. Find the solution by yourself. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't be asking others for help. But if the help you're getting is not helping, it's because you can help yourself. I'm seeing someone on a motorbike, but like one of those bikes where you jump hills. Someone's very fast on a bike like this. Very fast and having a lot of fun. So you might be moving extremely fast in the future. And also some of you might feel like they are living a dream, or what it's like reality, how you perceived it so far, and the dream life is somehow like exchanged. It's when you sleep at night, you dream things that feel very three-dimensional, and when you are in real life awake, as we say, you feel like you're in the 5th, 6th, 7th or higher dimensions. It's something that is balancing out or happening here, like, and I keep on hearing restructuring. I'm also seeing someone putting up a picture or an image. I'm seeing a hammer and a nail. And some humans out there are seeing themselves as a little being, like as if they were 3 or 4 years old. So I don't know if you're doing I hear regression therapy or something like this. I don't even know what this means, but like, or you're going back into the past when you were little, or you might be going back into other lifetimes and working on this, because you're seeing yourself in a different light, which makes you connect the dots. And I'm also seeing a bull with horns, and also I'm hearing Spain and pain also. So there's something about, I don't know, because they have those fight. Why are they showing me this? There's something happening with the connection with animals. You might also be asked to move faster, or you realize suddenly that you can do more things in lesser time, like it's as if you had been given supernatural forces and like new gifts or something, and these could surprise you. Okay, and they were just like, I asked if there was some more and they just disappeared, and then they gave me another picture of a brain, and again this feeling of being able to change between worlds. It's as if you have been given the key to change worlds or change dimensions, move up and down in the dimensions to heal. And I also hear cell. I don't know what this means specifically, to heal and sell. Maybe it's selling yourself, or selling, I don't know, something you do. Or maybe it's about earning. I hear earnings, so maybe it has to do with what you do for a living. Is someone playing the trumpet? They were just showing me trumpets, so I don't know if this is a sign of, and I hear legality or legal, something, maybe something is coming into a balance like I felt before, and because of it, you're able to just move between worlds. There's something in your brain happening, because I'm seeing, I can see inside of a head, and I'm seeing the brain and how parts are being used that have never been used. And sometimes I hear a mission which feels like a task to do, and you know that you can solve it much faster when you step into the next or higher dimension, and then you come back to finish the mission. It's like finding the solution somewhere and coming back, bringing this solution with you. This is very interesting. I hope it happens to you, because it feels like something, it's like a supernatural power that some of us are getting. Maybe you have gotten this already, I'm not sure, but it does feel extremely powerful. And people might fear this somehow. There's fear, I can feel it. But it's more a fear of the unknown, and how someone how it is possible that someone can create so fast or be so supernatural somehow. Thank you so much for listening. They will be back sooner, I hope, next time. Or they say they will be back sooner. They're busy. They are saying we are busy with the stars. So they're busy with the stars. With the stars spiraling down. See you soon. Okay, see you soon. I love you. Take care. Hope this helped.